Hi, this is Susan from the library, and we met last week at the meeting about student jobs. I'm calling because you said you were interested in working at the library, and right now we have a couple of positions available. Would you be able to meet with me Tuesday at 3 to discuss a possible job? Please call me back at 555-9284. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hey, I'm really sorry to call you so early, but I'm kind of lost. I just got off at the bus stop near the library, and I'm looking for the building my class is in, Jackson Hall, but I can't find it. I left my house early to get there on time. Now my class starts in, 5 minutes, and I don't know where to go. Do you know where the building is? If you can give me directions, I would be so grateful. Oh no, I can't believe this. I can't find my wallet. I don't see it anywhere. Gah. I had it yesterday when I used my ID card to make a dentist appointment, and I'm pretty sure I put it in my backpack before I took the bus here this morning. But I looked, and all I have in there is my math book and my folder. Ugh, it should be here. Have you seen my wallet anywhere? Okay. To get to the mall, you want to take the G7 bus. And that's on the First Street side of the station. Now, the H4 bus and the H8 also stop on that side. So, you need to pay attention when you're getting on the bus because the H buses do not go to the mall. So, just remember to make sure that you're on the G7. Oh, and your bus comes every 25 minutes. So, the next one will leave in 20 minutes. So you still have time. But we ask that people get on the bus at least 5 or 10 minutes before departure so that we can leave on time. Hey, so I've been working out the details for Mark's birthday party. I think it's going to start at 6 o'clock on Thursday, and then we'll eat around 8. I have class early on Friday morning, though, so I'm going to have everyone leave around 10 or so. Anyways, I'm glad you said that you can help me set up and decorate before the party. Can you come at 5 o'clock? I've got all the food and drinks covered for dinner, and Sarah said she'd bring a cake. But I need someone to help me prepare the snacks before dinner. Oh, and can you bring balloons with you? We can put those around the house before the party, too. And don't forget you don't have to bring a gift. Mark said he didn't want any gifts, just all of us there to celebrate with him. Okay? Call me back if you have any questions. Bye.
This is an important message for everyone parked along West Street. We need to use the area to prepare for next week's International Indoor Soccer event in the West Park Gym Building. We are asking anyone parked there to move their cars to a different lot. Even if you have a university parking pass, you still need to move your car by Thursday, September 13th. Please remember that all cars that are not moved by this date will be towed. If you have any questions, please call our office at 1-800-555-DOTS.
Hey, this is Julian. So, you left your chemistry notebook in the library when we were studying for the test. And I was gonna give it back to you today in class, but you weren't there. So, how about tomorrow? I'm free anytime after 3. I'll just be doing homework. Give me a call back. My number's 555-8121.
Hello, good morning. You are the students of History of Eastern Europe, right? Okay, right. Well, I have news from your professor. He is not able to teach your class today. Don't worry, he's not sick. He is stuck in really bad traffic due to the bad weather outside and won't make it to class on time. I can see that fewer students are here too. Not a problem. There will be no class today. It'd probably be a good idea for all of you to head home and stay warm.
Hello, this is Mark from Dr. Door's office. You have an appointment for this afternoon at 4 p.m. However, the doctor has been called to the hospital, so he won't be able to see you today. I'm calling to find another time for you to come in. I've looked at the schedule, and tomorrow Dr. Door is free in the morning. Wednesday and Thursday he's pretty free after 3 p.m., or we can look at next week. Please call back and let me know what time works for you. Sorry for the short notice to change the appointment time, and have a nice day.
Well, there are quite a bit of readings and homework to do in Professor Newman's class. If you really want to get the most out of this class, you should visit Professor Newman during his office hours. He is always happy to spend time with each student and help them with their questions. Trust me, going to Professor Newman's office hours really helped me a lot when I took this course. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to welcome you to this year's final student play. We apologize for running late, but it looks as if we're having some problems with the computers and lights backstage. Don't worry, you won't need to return your tickets. We are working to fix the issues now. While you wait, our program director will give a brief overview of our big plans for next year's shows, so you can start planning. We also want to remind you to please turn off your cell phones during the performance. Again, we welcome you to the show. We will begin momentarily.
Good morning. I am calling from the Student Center to let you know that somebody has given us your ID card. They found it in the computer center this morning. Could you please come to the Student Center to pick it up? Oh, and bring some identification with you. Your passport or license will be fine. We are open until 6 p.m., so please come today. Remember that you need your ID to get into most university buildings, such as the library. Thank you.
Good morning. This is your local weather forecast. Well, it looks like last night's cool, rainy weather has passed us by. Today is warm and sunny, and it should stay that way most of the week. However, up in the mountains, temperatures are a bit lower. Today it'll be warm, but tomorrow it's going to be cold and gray up there. Those clouds will clear out later in the week, and then there's going to be some very hot and dry weather next week. But we don't have to worry about that for a while, do we? So in short, today, tomorrow, most of the week, it's going to be very nice in the city, but cold up in the mountains. And now, back to the news.
The music building? Okay. So from the library, go left, and then you're going to see the cafeteria. When you get there, make a right, and then take the first left. Then, walk down that path a little ways, and then, take the second left, and the music building will be in front of you. Hey, if you get this message and you're still on campus, could you help me? Listen, I left my sports backpack in the library today. Would you mind going to the library to ask if anyone's found it? It's just that it's 5:30 now, and they're normally gone by 6 at the front desk when the library closes. I won't have time to get back there in 30 minutes. It's a red backpack and it's got my running clothes in it. You know, the black and white t-shirt and shorts. And my blue sneakers. Oh, and also my Sports Center pass. Thanks a lot. Okay, so for the bus to the movie theater, just walk down this road for like 5 minutes until Rosedale and make a right. Okay, so then go down Rosedale, past the first intersection you see, walk a few more minutes, and then make a right on Spring Street. And the bus stop you want will be on your left. There are a bunch of bus stops around there, so be careful. That bus is only $1.25, but the others are more expensive, $1.50 or more, so you'll know quickly if you're on the right one.
Okay, now let's talk about your next homework assignment. So, as you know, we've been analyzing some of the movements in modern art. That's what Chapter 6 was all about. Well, there's an interesting exhibit at the Art Museum downtown. You can check it out online. And for homework this weekend, I want you to go there. You'll look at the work from new artists on display there. There's some good stuff. It's open. The museum's open both days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm pretty sure all day both days this weekend. So you'll have plenty of time to get down there. Then, on Monday, we're going to talk about a paper you'll need to write. I'll give you details next week, but it'll be about the art you saw. The paper's going to be due to me in class on Thursday, so you'll have Tuesday and Wednesday to work on it. Again, we'll talk about it more on Monday, but just keep in mind at the museum how the art you see relates to what we've been going over in class. Well, good luck. I think you'll have some fun. Please let me know if you have questions.
Oh, great! Yeah, I need a few things. First off, we're out of tea. And we also need sugar. Oh, and milk. I like non-fat milk. It's the one in the yellow box. It used to be red, but they just changed it. Blue is whole milk, green is reduced fat, and yellow is non-fat. Also, I need potatoes. I need to make potato salad for my study group. There are 4 people, so, 1 bag should be enough. Get the 2-kilogram bag, please, so I have enough. I think 3 kilograms will be a little too much. And I'm going to need mayonnaise, a big jar. And can you get some juice, too? You know I don't like orange juice, and we've been drinking too much of apple juice. What about grape? Or peach? Let's get peach juice. I think that's all. Thanks for going.
Let's see. Looks like you have a good start. I think it's easiest to mix the dry ingredients in one bowl and the wet ingredients in another bowl. Once they're mixed well, combine them together in one bowl and mix them for a couple of minutes. Then you can pour it all into a baking pan. Remember, though, that you need to put oil on the pan before you put it in the oven. You don't need to use the flour, just oil. So just lightly oil the pan, then pour the batter in. For extra flavor, you can put a little bit of sugar on top before baking. Now you're ready to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. You should bake it for about 45 minutes, but you should check it after about a half hour because sometimes recipes are different in different ovens, so it's important that you set an alarm for 30 minutes. If it looks good, then you can bake it for another 15 minutes or so. Be sure to let it sit for 10 minutes after you take it out of the oven. Okay, gotta go to class. Call me if you need more help.
Is one nurse enough for the 5,000 students on our campus? The university administration hopes so. Due to budget cuts, the Bay University Health Clinic is being closed for good. The clinic will be replaced by a registered nurse whose office will be in Old Main. Stephen Goodwin, Dean of Student Services, has said that there's simply not much demand for the clinic.
Yes, the health clinic had included a medical doctor on staff part-time, as well as 3 physician assistants and 3 nurses. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to pay all those people, and the clinic was also supplied with laboratory testing equipment and hospital beds, which are all pretty expensive. Unfortunately, We found that students simply weren't using the full range of services provided by the large student clinic. The majority of students came for problems such as flu-like symptoms and minor accidents that a nurse can easily handle. So a decision was finally made to provide health care in a more cost-effective way by replacing a huge unused clinic with a registered, fully licensed nurse.
There have been a lot of mixed reactions from students. Robert Johnson, a freshman, believes the nurse will not be enough.
Yeah, I think it's a shame. One nurse for 5,000 students is really just not enough. I mean, students can get sick or have some serious problems. We should have the full clinic for all the students.
Other students believe the decision to close the health clinic is the right one. Some students we talked to said that they had never even been to the health clinic at all. Others pointed out that the local hospital can serve as an alternative source of care for students. Dean Goodwin agrees.
Metropolitan Hospital is only 10 minutes away if a student does have a serious problem. So students who feel they need services beyond those of a nurse can always go there. And the hospital takes the university insurance, so the cost won't be a burden.
Dean Goodwin also told us that they are going to hire a highly qualified nurse and assured us that no student will go without all the care they need. For Bay University News, I'm Cassandra Welch.
Hi, this is Kara. How's it going? I didn't see you in class today. Hope you're okay and not sick or something. Anyway, just in case you weren't there today, I wanted to call you and tell you the study group is meeting tonight. We're meeting at 7 in the library in that reading room near the door, the one with all the newspapers and magazines. And then we'll get one of the rooms downstairs to work in. We're going to review the economics notes because Dr. Mahmood said that'd be what's on the exam next week. So we're going to go over that tonight. And he said not to worry about the business stuff because we're going to do more of that later after we turn in our reviews of the magazine articles. Oh, and speaking of homework, if you come tonight, can you bring that finance book I lent you? I'd like it back to use for a report I'm writing for another class. But if you forget the book, don't worry about it. I really just wanted to make sure you knew we were meeting up today. Okay, cool. Hope to see you at 7 p.m. at the library.
Okay, guys. Good morning. Let's get started. Welcome to Chemistry 101. My name is Sarah, and I'm your TA for this class. This is the chemistry lab, where you'll be doing experiments with chemicals. The experiments you work with are safe when you follow instructions, but accidents do happen. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about safety policies. So please, pay attention. Okay. It's important to know what to do when you come here to do the experiments. The day before class, we put all the equipment you need, like test tubes, jars, tools, in one of those locked drawers against the wall. And each of you will get a combination to one of those drawers. Anything big, like a gas burner or a microscope, is in the equipment closet, and you can go get it yourself. Right, so every class, you'll go to the drawer, unlock it, get your equipment, and go to your station. All the stations are over there in the back. Now the TAs will prepare your chemicals for you and bring them to your workstation. This is very important. The TAs prepare the chemicals for you in the preparation room, which is behind that red door, and bring them to you at your station. That helps make sure no one makes mistakes. Now, if you spill any chemicals on your skin,
Go immediately to the safety shower and rinse the chemical off your skin for at least 15 minutes. Even if it's just a small drop, rinse it off right away for 15 minutes. Please don't wait 10 minutes to finish doing something. Please treat every spill as if it's dangerous. And remember to tell a TA or the professor what's going on. Remember, we're working with chemicals, so you always have to pay attention in class. If you do, we should be able to avoid any serious accidents, like fires. But if there is a fire, you'll hear the fire alarm. When you hear that sound, leave the room immediately and exit the building. Every lab in the building has a different meeting place when there's a fire. That's so we can make sure everyone is safe. We will meet in front of the library, so please go straight there. Do not stop in the parking lot to talk to a friend for like 5 minutes. You may see people behind the main building or next to the gym. Those are different classes. Go straight to the library, please. If you're not there 20 minutes after the alarm, we'll be worried. Okay, now, let's talk about how to dress safely in the lab.
Tired of dining hall food? Can't afford to eat out every night? Student TV1 has the answer. We're launching our very own student cooking show. We'll feature recipes made right here in the residence hall kitchen, and with food that comes from local stores only. And we need your help. Submit a recipe to our cooking contest, and you could win a gift certificate to Rising Star Pizza. Here's how it works. To enter the contest, you'll need to submit a video through uvideo.com. Videotape yourself making a recipe in the student kitchen in the residence hall. Don't worry about the quality. You can use the video camera on your phone if you like. Make sure you show all the ingredients and that every step is clear. And to make sure students can do it, you can only use the equipment you find in the kitchen and food that comes from local stores. Our judges, which include dining hall staff, professors, and students, will pick the 5 best recipes in easiness, health, and of course, taste. The contest opens on the 10th of this month. Upload your video to the Student TV1 page on uvideo by the 15th, and winners will be announced on the 20th. Each winner will get a gift card to everyone's favorite pizza place downtown, Rising Star Pizza, and we'll feature the grand prize winner on Students Cook, debuting on the 25th of the month. The winner will get to attend the show and will receive a DVD of the episode. So, what are you waiting for? Start working on your video now, and you could be munching on Rising Star Pizza by the 20th.
So, let's get started. We've been talking about some of the fundamental principles of thermodynamics. Today, let's look at an example, although not the most practical example. Let me put the illustration up on the screen to help you follow along. Let's say we have a chamber with a yellow box in the middle of it. And in this metal box is a piston, a cylinder that can go back and forth. And the box, the chamber, is filled with a gas. It's not really important to specify the gas in this example, but let's say that the piston is pushed all the way into the tube, so the gas is exerting some pressure on the piston. Now, what is going to happen if we have some kind of thermal reservoir? A tank of hot liquid, for example, and we use that to heat this box. In essence, what happens if we heat the gas up? What happens to a tea kettle when the water boils? Steam, which is gas, comes rushing out of the top. Because why? Because objects expand when they are heated. They get bigger. They take up more room. So, the gas in our box, it's going to expand. Unlike the tea kettle, we have a piston, that cylinder in there, so the gas is going to push the piston out as it expands and requires more room. Now, that's well and good. We've pushed a piston out. But to do something with it, we need to turn this into a cycle, don't we? So, imagine we want to turn this into a cycle. We need a way to drive that piston back into the chamber and start the cycle again. So, let's imagine a tank of cold liquid below our piston that we can release the heat into. The chamber cools down and the piston is driven back in, at which point we heat the chamber up again and the piston gets pushed out and so on and so forth. And that motion could be used to do something to accomplish some work. We could turn a wheel, which could in turn be used to power something. That is, if we can get the cycle to work both ways and do so for a long time. We've just described a Carnot heat engine, named after Carnot, a French engineer. It's an engine that doesn't burn oil or gas, so there's no pollution. It's fairly cheap and easy to construct. Everyone should be using one, right? Well, you've probably already seen at least one problem here. It's impossible to keep our reservoir or well of heat perfectly hot and our cold reservoir perfectly cold. The air around the well is going to cool it down slowly. And if we keep pushing hot air into our cold reservoir, it's going to heat up. So we've been talking about something that will never work. However, this cycle has been useful in defining some of the key laws of thermodynamics.